Hey guys, Mary here, and today I'm here to ask all of you professional hairstylists out there, what would you do if a client came in asking you to use a product that you did not carry in the salon and that you were unfamiliar with? Now, before we dive into this today, let me introduce myself. My name is Mary, and I run the Stylist Consultant. I'm a business and development coach with a focus in critical thinking and communication. I'll be bringing you a new educational video each week detailing out tough real-life situations that we as stylists face on occasion and ask, what would you do? We'll then talk about how to professionally handle the situation so that you can stress less and get back to what you love doing, which is bringing your art to the world one head of hair at a time. So let's get started. Okay, so I was browsing through Facebook this week and I saw a post from a hairstylist asking for help. She offers Brazilian blowouts in her salon, and her scheduled client texted her asking her to use a different keratin treatment. Why? Because her favorite influencer was raving about it because it was all natural. And the stylist is quite comfortable with what she uses. She likes her system. She likes the results that it gives. And she was just unsure as to how to deal with the situation. Should she look into this new line and maybe bring it in for this client? Or should she decline the request? What should she do? Now, this is a situation that stylists in many different specialties deal with. Whether you are an extension specialist and you have a client asking to bring in their own hair, or you're a color specialist and you have a client asking you to use a different brand of color that you are unfamiliar with. This is a situation that we see on occasion, and it can be a really stressful one, especially on big ticket services. Now, I'm sure there are plenty of reasons why some stylists might agree to this and say yes. Why would I turn down the money? Of course I would say yes. I'm building my clientele base and I really hate saying no. Sometimes setting boundaries is hard. I feel pressured to do the job my client asks, no matter what. I'm scared that if I say no, I'll lose a client. So, in a scenario like this, where your client is asking you to use something other than what you offer, what would you do? I know in this scenario specifically with this stylist offering the straightening treatment, my risk-averse brain says the following. One, I just don't want to deal with the stress for the whole appointment, wondering, will it turn out? Is the client going to like it? Is it going to be like the results that I get from my product right now? Again, I just don't want to deal with that. The second thing that comes to mind is that, hey, I'm the professional. I chose my product line for a reason. I'm familiar with it. I'm trained in it. And by using the product that I am familiar with, we are going to maximize the odds of a favorable outcome. The third thing that comes to mind in this scenario is the cost of bringing on a new product line. I know that the keratin treatments are not cheap. And what happens if the client isn't happy with the service? So then you're out the money for the service itself, or you're stuck doing a redo on a day off, or, it's going to cost you money or time. And then on top of that, you're out the money that you spent to invest in that product. Again, it's just a stressor that I personally wouldn't want to deal with. And lastly, it's just a liability. What if something goes wrong because you are unfamiliar with the line? And especially in those big ticket items, again, the stress that it's going to add, that's not something I want to open myself or my business up to. So in a situation like this, where you have a client requesting that you use a product on a big ticket service that you are unfamiliar with and that you have never used before, how would you respond to that client? I know what I would want to say to that client, and that's this. Dear client, I totally understand the reasoning for inquiring about this new straightening system. However, this is not a system I offer at this time. Client satisfaction is so important to me. I would not feel comfortable investing in a new product in which I could not guarantee results. In addition to that, if something were to go wrong, it would be a liability on my end, which I am unable to comfortably move forward with. Chemical texture services vary from line to line, and to ensure a predictable outcome, I only offer my current system, which is Brazilian blowout. I can assure you that the system I use is completely safe for my clients and delivers high-quality results which I can stand behind. Please reach out if you have any further questions about the services I offer, And if this does not work for you, I completely understand, and I wish you all the best in finding a trained provider in the area who is familiar with the service you are requesting. Best wishes, Mary. Now, what I like about that response is 3 different things. First, it addresses your concerns as the professional. 2, it addresses the liability issue, which your client may or may not have thought of. And 3, it puts the decision in your client's hands. So you put the ball in their court and say, you can either do the service that I'm comfortable with, that I'm trained with, that I can stand behind and that I can guarantee, or you can find a service provider who is trained in the system that you want, all while reassuring the client that the service that I offer is high quality, top of the line, and I will deliver results. I know that I personally have dealt with similar situations where I had a client request a natural color line, and this was early on in my career. And I remember saying yes with just a bad feeling in the back of my head. And guess what? The color ended up going too dark, and I spent the next day doing a whole color correction to fix the issue. All of that could have been avoided by me just saying, I chose my color line for a reason. I'm the professional. Here's why we should use it, and I need you to trust me. Clients will ask you to do things, but at the end of the day, we are the professionals. We are the ones who are trained, and we are the ones with our reputations on the line. So setting a boundary here is going to be really important. I think that what you will find is that if you are consistent and good at setting your boundaries, you're going to find yourself stressing so much less, and you're just going to find yourself getting back to what you love doing, and that is bringing your talents to your clients. And the best way to do this is through good communication. Thank you so much for tuning in. It means so much to me. And if you like this week's video, please like the video and be sure to subscribe. And if you found it really helpful, it would mean the world to me if you would share this video with others in the hair community. If you have a topic that you would like to hear covered, please let me know in the comments below, or you can reach me directly at www.thestylistconsultant.com/contact. I'm also going to post a free printable PDF on how to deal with this week's situation on my blog, which can be found at www.thestylistconsultant.com/blog. Lastly, if you are an independent stylist looking to level up their game and find explosive growth behind the chair, I am available for one-on-one coaching. I want to help you grow a 5-star career through better communication and critical thinking. You can learn more at www.thestylistconsultant.com/coaching. Again, I want to thank you for tuning in today, and I cannot wait to see you back here next week. All right, bye guys.